Indonesia is the world's largest archipelago, comprising thousands upon thousands of islands within its vicinity. To govern the country, an extensive network has to be built, from the very executive government to local officials. This is why Indonesia has been known as amongst the most difficult countries to govern. A lack of transparency goes into play, and communication goes missing, which plays down the drain when it comes to proper tax collection and regulatory environments. Yet, while governance is one thing, another facet that Indonesia faces is maritime dominance. Indonesia sits strategically between the Pacific and Indian Ocean, making it a center of global sea routes. This then brings the importance of having a proper navy. The Indonesian Navy is amongst the world's largest, with thousands of active personnel and hundreds of naval equipment. These all exist to protect the sovereignty and people of Indonesia. But amongst the most important naval equipment has always been warships. Warships are large naval vessels designed for naval warfare and are equipped with various weapon systems such as guns, missiles, and torpedoes, along with advanced navigation and communication systems. They play a crucial role in a country's naval defense and power projection. So just how strong are Indonesian warships? Are they capable enough to defend the entire country? Could they, in a hypothetical scenario, defend against a superpower like China? Or is it just one of Southeast Asia's many naval forces? To understand this, let us see what Indonesia's warships are and its capabilities. The most famous of Indonesia's warships is the Marta Dinata class frigate, a guided missile frigate that fulfills the role of anti-aircraft warfare with surface-to-air missiles, anti-surface warfare, and anti-submarine warfare. These frigates are powered by two diesel engines with 26,820 horsepower. According to the Indonesian Ministry of Defense, the project was launched way back in 2010, and then Dammenschild Naval Shipbuilding, a Dutch shipyard, was given the contract in 2012. They then fulfilled the delivery by 2017. They designed this ship to accommodate 100 crew members and 20 additional officers. It has also been equipped with formidable sensors, different kinds of weapons, and the capabilities to sail up to a range of 5,000 nautical miles at a 14K speed and can endure for 20 days at sea. Following this world-class frigate, the Indonesian Navy also boasts several corvettes. Some have been supplied by the Netherlands, some by the United Kingdom, some by Germany. But most importantly, there are also locally built ships and equipment. The KRI Bung Karno was launched in 2023, built by a local company. The role of KRI Bung Karno is for presidential activities. However, while there can be special purposes to this ship, it is also known to be bulletproof and have a sophisticated weapon system such as missiles, helipads, and high-speed capabilities. The cost of the ship was around 300 billion Indonesian rupiah. Another corvette, known as the Bung Tomo class corvette, has a unique history. In 2013, for $380 million, the Indonesian Navy bought 3 Ragam Nakoda class that were intended for the Royal Brunei Navy. These were designed in 1995 based on BAE System Marine's F-2000 corvette. By 2014, they were commissioned and had been involved in several operations in Indonesia, from search and recovery to normal naval duties. One of the corvettes under the Bung Tomo class is the KRI Usman Harun frigate, which, according to Thales, a leading defense manufacturing company, will help modernize the frigate. They will install newer and better combat management systems, air and surface surveillance radars, and tactical multi-purpose systems. These will enable these old Indonesian warships to meet the demands of today. Thirdly, Indonesia also boasts several fast missile boats, from the Mandau class to Clearit class, Sampari class, and so much more. Each fast missile boat is built by several world-class shipyards, and usually some have been built or even modernized locally. These fast missile boats have a distinct use compared to corvettes and frigates. They are missile-armed, used for hit-and-run situations. They are lightweight and have tremendous speeds in the ocean, powered by tens of thousands of horsepower. Finally, it has been reported that the Indonesian Navy is currently undergoing works for a new frigate. The frigate, currently known as the Red and White Frigate, is designated to strengthen the force of the Indonesian Navy. PT PAL Indonesia was tasked with designing the ship and collaborated with manufacturer Rosyth Royal Dockyard from England. According to officials, it will take until 2025 or 2026 for the frigate to be delivered. Furthermore, there have also been several reports about future acquisitions. In 2022, Indonesia announced a $125 billion defense investment program, and this will include 50 warships. Lastly, some of the warships currently employed are also being fitted with newer and better systems, like the Diponegoro class, which has received updated Thales Tacticos Baseline 2 combat management systems and a new Advent combat management system for 3 fast missile boats. These classes are by no means the sole naval forces of the Indonesian Navy. These are just prime examples that show just how formidable Indonesia's warships are. Indonesia's entire navy is far more massive than these. It is important to know that a warship, while a key integral part of a country's maritime defense, is not the sole answer. Indonesia's navy is composed of submarines, world-class ones such as the Kakra class and Nagapasa class, built and influenced by Germany and South Korea. The country also boasts several fleets of fast missile boats to transport landing fleets and even hospital fleets. So can we now assume Indonesia's naval force, and particularly its warships, as a regional powerhouse? It's not difficult to proclaim such a title. Indonesia is, after all, the largest country in Southeast Asia, both in population and economic size. That simply means they can afford to acquire more warships than any other. Compared to East Asian giants such as China, however, Indonesia still has a lot to go. But according to an IB Times article, they stated that Indonesia actually has the world's 4th strongest navy. Indonesia, which has 243 naval units, has been named by the World Directory of Modern Military Warships after they took into consideration the country's overall strength, modernization, logistical support, and attack and defense capabilities. Being the 4th is by no means small. That means it is stronger than Korea's navy, India's navy, and even Japan's navy. The only country stronger than Indonesia in Asia is China. How can that be? South Korea boasts some of the world's best naval ships along with Japan. Well, in truth, nobody can really tell how strong a country's naval force is until it is placed on a battlefield. There are many other factors that go into play than having more and better ships. Key considerations such as strategy, alliances, and even experience go into play. Nevertheless, it is not difficult to say that even if Indonesia's naval strength is weak today, it won't be in the future. There have been several analysts proclaiming that Indonesia's continuous naval modernization will eventually lead it to a naval powerhouse. For instance, an Indonesian Navy blueprint stated that it envisions the country to have 274 ship fleet that would be divided into a striking force of 110 ships, a patrol force of 66 ships, and a support force of 98 ships by this year. And let us not forget the most important factor: Indonesia is unlike any other country. It has to protect thousands of islands. With the world currently going into mayhem from land and sea grab, such as China's insane South China Sea policy, Indonesia may need to continue building its naval forces. But anyway, do let us know what you think. Thanks for watching.